Yeah, that would be a problem. Hi. I wasn't having a problem until just a minute ago. I realized that the file that I uploaded was the wrong book in the right section, so yeah. So that was the big problem with hard times. So it turned out that three of my books, well, four of my books had a problem, and several of them were just um hey, you can add a new category to your book because, we allow you to have three categories now. And it's like, okay, but I don't know what categories I used before, so that doesn't exactly work. Well, typically, Sean is, at least for the first few books, the first few books with Sean in them, uh, he's fighting somebody because of Ashley. Either fighting the guy because, Sean wanted Ashley and the other guy's in the way, or the first guy he fights in that set is actually um, the guy that was uh, being super mean to her. Yeah, we're gonna click that. Um, we're gonna click save. So yeah, what? Oh, launch the previewer. Okay, so yeah, I probably ought to do that. I don't know why, but lately I've been sounding very country. One, two, three, four, five. And there's nothing wrong with sounding like that, but, like, I'm technically from California. Um, I grew up in California, but I had grandparents that came from, like, Texas, Arkansas, um, Pennsylvania. Um, well, that's where my mom was born. So, so technically they lived, like, in, they didn't live in Pennsylvania. I think they lived in the next state over, but that's where the hospital was Pennsylvania. Um, she was born in Philadelphia. And one of my aunts, I think this is really cool. One of my aunts was born in France because Grandpa was in the Air Force, so they moved a lot, I guess. And so, so she was born in France, but it causes problems, like when she needs to get a new copy of her birth certificate. It causes a lot of problems. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to do two things at once here, and Minecraft was losing for a second there. Um, because I'm trying to get these books to where I can actually order the ones that I need to order, and then advertise the ones. Advertise all six. I'm having a little bit of a hard time talking today. It's okay though, or at least I just was. Anyway, so the thing is that I'm going. I like my chapter titles to all be on the right hand side. So if that leaves a blank page on the left side, so be it. I was actually trying not to go for that, but I only like my chapter titles on the on the right page, not the left page. So makes more work for me, but in the end, it'll look really nice. Um, so I'm just making this a representative house. Um, you know, okay, hold on. So we were building these yesterday, and we started out. Uh, we had a road right here. We had a road right here. The reason why I repeated that is because there was a road and it was right here. But obviously, there's a house there. But I don't know that that's where. No, wait, yeah, I do. Okay, that is where the house is now. So, the thing is, some of those trees haven't grown yet, but a lot of them have. This is going to be Oak Street because those are oak trees. Um, I got the idea that whatever tree is on that street, that's the name of the street. It just seemed like a good idea. Okay, so the houses are all going to look like this, in various colors. But at the moment, it was more important to make sure I knew where all the walls and frame are going to go. I don't actually know what color that house is going to be at the moment. I have no idea. So, anyway, like we had all those houses over here. I'll show you exactly. Okay. So I don't know if that's 7 or yeah. This is the 7th house. Um cuz I'm trying to put in a road here. So we had all these houses built, and actually the road goes out pretty dang far. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 street. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 street. And then I was going to continue on. But as you saw, the houses aren't in the right spot right now. And eventually all those houses will go and stretch all the way down to the end here. And I'm going to use this part to go and make sure that all the chapters are on the correct side of the book. I don't see how that happened actually because I was being so careful. Okay, so like this road right here, it may have to be extended out to like say over here. And so me and my son got into an argument the other day because he seems to be thinking that he's the foreman on this, the person who tells everybody else what to do. He seems to be thinking that he's the foreman on my world, and that's just not it. And I couldn't give him an absolute, he was going, okay, for right here. Are you going to need the grass more, or are you going to need the cement more? Well, we found out I need the grass more, but that's not the point here. We need both. Yeah, so he wanted to absolute, he wanted to command block it. And I'm like, okay, we can command block it, but we need it a certain size. And he kept saying 32, and I needed 20. So, yeah, didn't work. Um, where was that house? Where is that house? Oh, and we've got. Okay, so the houses are not connected, but this tells me when I'm putting in a house where it needs to go. I mean, how high it needs to go. Okay, right there. And okay, so let's put in this road real quick, and then we'll go and show the other thing. So yesterday I had tried to re redo where the road was going so it would still go to a road that was faced that way. Like this one right here. Um, if you don't see a road, I don't blame you. It's not all the way in yet. But anyway, we started to go and change where it went. Well, I was watching somebody's video and I thought their video was very interesting. Um, it kind of seemed like it was, part of a series of stories, but I'm not entirely sure. And I don't know if I actually, I hope I did, but I don't know if I actually bothered to hit the subscribe button. I don't know. If I didn't, I am so sorry. But I do have it in my history, so probably not a big deal. It's always weird when, like, my whole entire uh, build is pretty much quiet. 4, 5, 6, 7. Um, like, the whole world is quiet unless there's, like, a cow or a pig or something. One, two. Always when I'm streaming Minecraft. So I feel kind of bad, but I did not feel like playing Zoo Tycoon today, and so we weren't on there very long. Oddly enough, though, that's the one that decided, yeah, I'll load. The other ones did not. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, finally. Wait. Okay, so we'll keep. Okay. Okay. So, so if you're watching this at any point in time today, I also have Backgammon, Roblox, and Zoo Tycoon videos as well today. And maybe look for those. Oh, because I haven't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, why is that divided the way it is? And then I was like, oh, yeah, because I haven't finished porting everything over. I am literally rebuilding everything the hard way. And one, two, three, four. Three, four. Okay. Anyway, I'm literally uh, just rebuilding everything. So basically, I'm doing it the hard way. But that way, I know it's done correctly and the way I want it and everything. Ooh. So I am pretty much super happy because in 3 days on the 11th, I will no longer have to worry about whether the video is on the correct day or not because I only have videos out until the 11th. And since I've been streaming every day, since I've been streaming every day, um, when the video comes out, I just go and make the video and post it, and it should be all good. I typically stream between 8 and 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, I usually have fun. Sometimes it's like, okay, I want to work on my story and I just don't really want to stream, but I do it anyway and it turns out okay. Sometimes like while I'm uh streaming anyway, I get into it, I start getting into it and actually um go over my time, especially if it's uh Minecraft that I'm streaming cuz there's so much that needs to be done, but it's it's pretty awesome. Uh One of the things I'm working on with Minecraft actually is my 20 my 2026 4th of July display, and I am uh, I finally got an idea of what to do, but it's not going to have the Rainbow Raceway unless I build it. Like unless I build it, it's not going to have the Rainbow Raceway. The Rainbow Raceway takes like 2 months of constant building, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. I don't know if it actually took 2 months, but it did take a really, 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 really long time. I was going to say a freaking long time, but or freaking long time, but I also thought, there's some moms out there who may think that or parents. I'll just say parents. I'm not going to restrict it to moms. There may be some parent out there who doesn't want their kids saying something that even remotely sounds like that word and I don't want to get them in trouble. So yeah, Backgammon's loaded. It can be watched right now, and Zoo Tycoon can be loaded and it can be watched right now. So we're just waiting for Roblox because it was a little longer. Okay, where did oh there it goes. Okay, sorry. Hi. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to Turbo underscore Jack underscore Beast because he was trying to talk to me and I didn't even notice. But that was because I had it. Oh, okay, hold on. Uh, yes. I always have to double check my Discord because there's things where I just use my gamer tag, Pirate Author, and then there's other things where it needed numbers, so it says Pirate Author 23. Because like if I could have stayed, still had all the knowledge that I have now and everything, but if I could have stayed 23 forever, that would have been really cool. I still would have been okay with, like at the time that I'm supposed to go, still going and all that. But if I could have been 23 forever, that would have been awesome. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like the perfect age. Although I didn't have my kids then, so that probably wasn't the perfect age. Oh, I may have been pregnant with my daughter. Wow. Now, yeah, I may have been pregnant with my daughter. One, two, three, four, five. I don't know. But anyway, don't want to be pregnant forever. That would not be fun. Speaking of that, elephants are, you know, they probably think that they're pregnant forever because they are pregnant for like 2 years. I just remembered that all of a sudden, and then it made me remember Smokey and the Bandit 2. They were supposed to be taking an elephant somewhere. Um, I can't remember where, but they were supposed to be taking it somewhere, and it ended up that the elephant was pregnant, and so bouncing around in the truck the way she was causing problems, and they found out that she's pregnant with a baby elephant, of course, and so they ended up having to come up with a hammock thing for her. Uh, I don't know why hammock was louder, but anyway, a hammock thing for her, and that took the weight off, so then she felt better. And then in another scene, uh, Oh, like the end scene, um, Frog decides to give Bandit one more chance, and then he gets to show her, look, the baby's born. So, baby elephant. Baby elephants are kind of cute. It's when they become bigger elephants and they can, like, they're tall enough to run you over. They're kind of scary, but I've ridden on an elephant and I've ridden on a camel before at it was called Marine World Africa USA, and it was in Vallejo, California at the time, and now it's Six Flags. So I get a little confused when my sister says Six Flags, because I remember it as Marine World. So, like, I have to get her to remind me of the location. She goes, Vallejo. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Because there's another Six Flags in Southern California. Okay, hold on. Checking more chapters. It's a big, okay, it's a big book. But okay, so some of my books, I think Misfortune was the biggest, oh my goodness, number of chapters. But don't let that scare you off from buying that book, because there's a very good reason why it's got that many chapters, because they're short. Like, we have some chapters that are like half the page long. We've got some that are the whole page long, but or like just 2 pages, something like that, something small. Not like 2 or 3 pages, not I mean, not 3 pages, not 5 pages, stuff like that. They're really short. And it's because my husband told me that when he was just suggesting it to me, that maybe I should um like say they started out in the dining room at the mansion, and then they went downstairs to sort out what clothes fit Natalie and what clothes don't. Her and her dad Jake. I don't know the full details on that one actually, but the way I just described it kind of sounds good. Anyway, uh, anyway, say that happens. Well, then while they're down there at the ship, that's a separate chapter than the one that we started with. And then they get taken by enemy pirates. That's another chapter. And then like oh, well, I can't really. Okay, so the enemy captain wanted to give Natalie a kiss, and he did, and then after that he said that they were married. Just so you know, it doesn't really work that way in real life, but when you're writing a story, it can happen that way. So yeah, we're gonna have to scoot this over, which means that we're gonna have to scoot the whole house over, Yeah. But yeah, so yesterday I went and started to curve the road a little, and then I decided I didn't like that and changed it back again. I decided that it's okay. There's T intersections in the world where people, I mean, well, yeah, yeah. Okay, where people, drive will pretend that this okay. So, we had it going this way in the spot that road is down the street. And that made sense. It went actually to town and it was going to go over to um it was supposed to go over to the fancy restaurant. But I decided that this was better because that's where the road was supposed to go in the first place. But just so everybody knows, I have not seen one straight road. I don't even think the freeway was like that. I have not seen one straight road in Ireland looking it up on the Google Maps. So, and my husband pointed that out, and I'm like, I know, but in my head, it's more like America where roads do go straight and stuff. Hold on a sec. Okay. Anyway, where they do go straight and it's Minecraft, so it ends up being a little straight anyway, and yeah. So this, I gotta go and fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Really? What? Are you serious? Hey, if I don't have to move the rest of these, that'd be awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or is that not the street that I was working on? Oh, see, 1, 2. We are gonna have to fix something because there's supposed to be 7 and then the. Okay, I see. I see. That's part of one of the church songs, but I can't think of the rest of the words. One of the church songs that we used to sing. Okay. So, that's the old cereal factory. Again, I'm kind of thinking, like Fruit Loops, Cheerios, and Golden Grams. That's what I was trying to think of. Golden Grams. I don't think I can eat those anymore, but still, that was a cereal for a while. I liked that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Road. 1, 2, 3. I think I'm going to turn him down just in case. Okay. Now, okay, where was the road? Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, road. Oh, here is the. Okay. That's why. Because here is the road. And see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But it's all going to scoot over because that is not the spot that we needed it to be. Doesn't need to scoot over very much. It just needs to scoot over enough. Back up. There we go. Okay, and we gotta go back over here because I think we need to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you're wondering how I know where to put all this stuff is I built enough of them. I have built enough of them that, yeah, I just know. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That. That. And take this one out. And take this out. Turn to grass. And change where the tree is. It's gonna be fun, yeah. Oh, and okay, so I was saying don't let the number of chapters in any of my books scare you, especially the one that has an excessive amount, because some of the chapters are like 1 page. Are you serious? The whole entire the whole entire book is fine except for the last page. Yep. I don't care. I'm gonna hit approve. Because about the author is actually on the left instead of the right. But, yeah, I'm not going through that again. Heck no. Okay, so I fixed hard times. Um, Paperback, hardback. And fixed Pirate's Daughter. And what is the problem with Misfortune? It's probably that, yeah, the tags thing again, I think. Not tags, but categories. Okay, so I've been picking literature and fiction, action adventure, kinda, and romance. Because in some of the books, the in what book is it? Okay, just to make sure. Anyway, in some of the books, the ladies get kidnapped by the enemy pirates, and the guys have to go and rescue them. But then on the other hand, sometimes the guys have to be rescued by the ladies. Um, that's what they were. That's what Ashley and Chantel were trying to do on the Amazon island, but it didn't quite work. But you're not going to know what I'm talking about because I don't usually call it that on stream because I want you to see what's so special about this island. Um, yeah, so I just told you finally. Um, like I said, I'm not very good at figuring out what is going to draw in people to make them want to read my book. And, what's too much information, what's not enough information. I'm just not a good advertiser. I mean, I can tell you about my books all day long and go, hey, I think they're great, they're awesome. Uh, Lots of romance, but there's adventure in there too. You know, uh I'm trying to I'm trying to write in like it's something for everybody. And like I keep thinking, okay, so I keep thinking of Natalie and Romeo. Natalie, when she was 12 years old, uh, her and her dad, Jake, went down to the ship so they could figure out what summer clothes are too small, too revealing, uh, now that she's, older and taller. She's gonna be at least 5'9" when she's, full grown. And, because she's got a tall dad and a tall mom. So, and she's twins with her brother Jonah. One, two, three, four, five. There we go. That did not need. I feel like that did not need to be as hard as it was. Um. Anyway, so they go down to sort clothes, and all of a sudden, enemy pirates come. They grab Natalie. They grab Jake because he was there, and well, I know what goes in the other slot then, huh? They grabbed Jake because he was there, and they throw Jake in the brig, and they throw Natalie in the captain's quarters. If you don't know what captain's quarters are, it's usually where the captain sleeps. Like on Cutthroat Island, she had a hammock in there. It's usually the room. Well, I don't know if it's usually, but we'll just say it's usually the room underneath the where the helm, the steering wheel is. Okay, I think I've ironed out all the problems. I'm gonna double check and keep you all posted. Yeah, watch, it's gonna come up with a new problem. But right now, it's all great and ready to go. But like I said, some of the problems were just simply that I didn't have enough categories. And that's because they only allowed you two before, and then now they're allowing three. So, okay. Oh, sorry. Hi. Okay, so oh, Brian. No, Brianna. I think it's Brianna Keller, 42, is offering me art help. You know, if I could, okay, so my sister showed me a website, and it's supposed to have video help as well for AI. It's supposed to have video help as well as just pictures. I've got the just pictures right now because I needed book covers, and now when I go on there, it just wants to show me that one thing. But anyway, um, I I don't like the idea that AI could be, using somebody else's work to uh help, to help me, but on the other hand, it's making really awesome book covers, and it doesn't really even matter at the moment that none of the people on there look the same. It just doesn't, it doesn't matter. They all look similar, so it works. But but yeah, right now I'm using AI. But I think it would be really cool for my banner anyway if I could have like a little like an animation, put in the words, like put in the words uh Russian twins sword fight on deck, and say how old they're supposed to be, um and work on it from there. I think it would be really awesome. It's just for a banner. Shouldn't be too horrible. But I'm just not an artist, so yeah, see, I gotta go all the way down here. I'm scaring myself off here because there's so many houses not in the right spot. Okay, so we'll count from this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, uh, yeah, possibly 16. Yeah, 16. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. Okay. So 16 houses that I have to redo. And then we gotta go, like I said, and finish it all the way out to that road down there. We gotta figure out uh where apartments are supposed to go because I've never built those apartments correctly yet. But I do have an idea of what I want to, how I want to build them this time. One, two, three, four, five. Ah, see, it's two over. That's all it is two over. That's so annoying. Is this even the right color? It doesn't seem like it. Okay, wait a minute. Should be, but it does not seem like it. No, it's definitely a different color. Okay, we'll have to go and figure out where I put the other colors. Maybe it's this one. So we'll go and put that one back. Maybe it's this one. Yeah, okay, that seems better. Hmm. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I think, I'm not saying for sure, but I think I set my books in stone and they should be in stone by, say, the 12th. I thought I had them set in stone already, and obviously they weren't. So, wait, one, two. So, one, two, there we go. So it's not too bad. I just need to move it over two and should be okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? I said something and I didn't do it. I am sorry. So, okay. So, yesterday I was trying to reroute this road right here. Um, I was trying to move it. So, instead of going exactly right here, that it was gonna um go right here because this is gonna go all the way to town. But I decided I didn't like that. I like this being a straight road because my head is a straight road. So, you know, I decided maybe, I always felt like it didn't go all the way to town. It just, sat there. So it going left to go down that road over there, sat there doesn't make any sense, but anyway. Or going right to go over. Is that even right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or going right to go over to this road over here, you know, it's okay. And if not, we'll just pretend it's okay. um, okay, so that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then this one's 1, 2, 3. I know, you're probably wondering why that one's so far back and this one isn't. And there's no window here. Okay. There was no window there. There was supposed to be. Wow. Anyway, okay. So, yeah, I forgot what we were questioning. Um, oh, because this has a wall right here, and the other one does not. I keep yawning. I'm hungry. So, I was watching a TV show one time. Um, it was either Don't Just Sit There or the other one. And it said that if you're yawning, it's, it could be that you're tired. That's what it usually is, that you're tired. But it may be because you're hungry. Of course, then he decided to take it next level and say, I wonder if, I've got a burp. I wonder if, burping's contagious like that. Like if you yawn, like the whole room usually yawns if they saw you do it. Oh. Or like, your cousin has the chicken pox and you've never had them before and you gave your cousin a hug. You're probably going to get the chicken pox. That's another good example of contagious. But anyway, that didn't work because he burped and nobody else did. So, anyway, um, yeah, this is what we're going to be working on today. And it's kind of annoying, but it's got to be done. But I might get off of here for a little bit because this is driving me crazy. Um, might get off for a little bit and not get off the stream. I just want to change files for a little bit. Have 1, 2, 3. Okay, like change files for a little bit and make sure that some of my next year's fireworks display gets done too. The 2026 fireworks display. It will always be for 4th of July because in America we typically have fireworks for 4th of July. Well, in South Lake Tahoe, we used to have them for Um, I don't know. I want to say Veterans Day or Memorial Day, but Veterans Day would not have been a good time. And I think it was in September, so whatever the September one would be, and I can't think of a dang one with September. But anyway, in South Lake Tahoe, when we lived in South Lake Tahoe, we got to watch them twice a year, and it was really awesome. Okay. I am I am hungry. I keep yawning. I'm not tired. It's just I keep yawning. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay. We got it. That's going to be confusing because I'm going to be inside the house and working on it, and I'm going to end up having to go to bed, and then the next day I'm going to be like, what was I working on? Wrong white thing. There we go. Because the bricks that I am using are 1, 2, 3. Okay. The bricks that I am using are white concrete and white um, wool. Oh wait, first of all, cotton was coming to mind. And second of all, I just couldn't remember what uh, Minecraft called it. I almost called Minecraft something totally different. And that would not have been okay because that would have been insulting them as far as I'm concerned. I like the Minecraft people. I still wish that they would make concrete red stairs that are actually the color of the concrete. I'm going to keep asking until they actually do it. And the reason why I say that is because we had black stairs. We really did. They're just not the color I want them to be. I want them to be the same color as the black concrete. And that's because I want to be able to use them for the road. But then we'd also have to figure out how to get they'd have to figure out how to get the um, tracks to go on the road at that point. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Um, that made me think of because that's pretty much the tune I was using. I was just singing the words 1, 2, 3. I was not singing a specific song by Michael Jackson. Actually, it might have been Jackson 5, not Michael just himself. Pretty sure it was Jackson 5. But, yeah, I wasn't meaning to sing that song at all. It just happened to come out that way. On accident. Besides, except for on movies when it's featured or like YouTube shorts or something like that, I don't think I've ever heard the whole of that song. So, oh, okay. Um, okay. So, so I was telling somebody that they need to add me on their Discord instead of me adding them, and the reason is there is a reason for this. Because every time I try to add somebody, it goes and tells me they don't exist. And, you know, typically you would think that that's because they're using a fake account. But no. I've had several people that do actually have a real account have actually uh been talking to me on YouTube, and for some reason it told me they don't exist when I tried to add them, but when they add me, it was just fine. I am not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to Discord, and I have no idea why it does this. It's very annoying. But yeah. But for some reason, people think that Discord's the way to go. So I don't mind telling people, yeah, I'm Pirate Author 23 on Discord, and it's capital P and capital uh A for, capital P for pirate, capital A for author, and then 23. Um, I don't mind telling people that. I'm okay with it. And it's better than, look at the description below and you'll find everything. Well, yeah. Uh, on a lot of my videos, you will find exactly how to find me. I mean, not my house number or anything like that, of course, but, how to find me on Amazon because I really want my books to start selling. How to find me on Discord, YouTube, stuff like that. Okay. This is annoying because there's just 2 blocks. That's it. It's 2 blocks, and so I've got to do this very precisely. Yeah, I gotta do it just so. Uh, there. There's one wall. Okay, wait. One. Okay. Dang. Okay. One, two, three, four. So, like, I want to try to finish this before I go to the other. And it doesn't look like we're going to be there very long because I need to eat breakfast. And I need to work on my story. Um, okay, so yesterday I tried to work on my story while I was doing this, and the story lost. Definitely, the story lost. I didn't get anything done with it. Um, Although it wasn't as bad as, the last few days where it wasn't as bad as the last few days before and I think on 4th of July. Uh no, I got done on the 3rd of July. Well, as done as I got because, like I said, there was some things that said unpublished uh unpublished changes have been made to your story, and you gotta basically it was saying you gotta set them in stone, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, so I set it aside for a few days. I was very confused. I didn't know what that meant. Then like I looked at it today and I'm like, oh well, okay, let's fix that. Still don't understand it, but I fixed it, as far as I know. Notice that was as far as I know. Um, so yeah, I thought, you know, I'd get on here and show you what I built, and um, hope you think it's as awesome as I do. Uh, the the major reason why this is being built is because my husband wanted to be able to see what the world looked like in my books, because maybe it would better help him know how to answer my questions. Because sometimes I'm like, does this sound better or does this sound better? And he's like, I don't know. Give me the whole context. And so I read the spot I'm having the trouble with out loud, and sometimes it's like, okay, Sean's in this room and he needs to get to this room. How are we going to do it? Or how should I do it? And he can't see the rooms. I can see them in my mind's eye, but he can't see it. So when I wanted to build something really badly, and Minecraft and I didn't know where to start. I'm like, I don't know what to do. This was 2014, and I only know that because my niece was 5 years old at the time. And so she had just turned 5 also. But um, anyway, I wanted to build something, but I didn't know what to build. So at first it was just, hiding from the bad mobs, the zombies and the creepers and stuff like that. And we'd build stuff out of wood and my niece typically came over and, blew stuff up too or destroyed it just because she could. Uh, yeah, she was 5, so she thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny. So we made a me and my niece world and left my other world when my husband came up with that idea. Uh, Me only. Or, me and select adults only, I should say. Because, my husband's usually always allowed in my world. Um, I don't have to worry about him destroying anything. My son, he's usually allowed in my world, but right now, I'm kind of mad at him because, like I said, he was trying to be the foreman, the person that's, calling the shots, and it's like, no, this is my world, and you have to build it the way that I want to build it. And he got mad, and I'm like, fine then, I don't care. Um, I mean, I do care. I appreciate all of the help he does give, but when he's not listening and uh, trying to do things a certain way and or asking me questions that need a deeper answer than what he's looking for, he gets upset and like we no longer are in sync with each other and can't be on the same world together. Oh, windmill. I think that person's on a computer. It's just okay, so right now the video that's playing in the background on my computer so the screen doesn't go black is playing a long series of videos from It's Marlowe. It's Marloe. So however you pronounce that. Um it's playing a bunch of his videos. Okay, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then this would be the back wall. Or the garage wall, however you want to say that. It would be the wall for the back of the room. Well, the side of the room. Because I go and put the TV right there and there. Okay. The spot where I put the TV in these little houses isn't necessarily the best spot, but it works. Okay, so I put that there, take that out. Thank you very much. And put window here and here. Okay, that. I should not have said that apparently because all of a sudden I'm thinking, thank you very much. I don't do a very good impression, but apparently Elvis Presley used to say that. I'm not old enough to remember him actually uh, being alive, but I mean, I watch his movies. And I hope he was as nice as he is in his movies. Not in, oh, what's Jailhouse Rock. Not in Jailhouse Rock. I did not like him in Jailhouse Rock. Uh, uh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6. Anyway, I did not like his character in Jailhouse Rock. It it was not okay. It's like that one movie John Travolta did with Urban Cowboy, I think it was. Um, as soon as he smacks Sissy or whatever her name was, I'm like, no, and I turned it off. I wanted to do that with The Quiet Man, but my husband's like, keep watching, you'll like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't like the part where he smacks Maureen O'Hara. You know, it's not okay to go around hitting anybody. But this is like, you know, one of those celebrated movies. It's like when you're in school and you've got to read Of Mice and Men or Lord of the Flies. You know, there's supposed to be really good books, you know, written by really good people. They're classics. No. Although I do admit that Lord of the Flies kind of taught you something, but if you think about it, so could Harry Potter teach you that same lesson. And nobody gets killed with a rock. Oh wait, I'm streaming Minecraft right now. Let's keep the yeah, more family friendly, you know? I mean, yeah, you kill the Ender Dragon, but you know, he she oh, well, whatever. Anyway, they respawn back. They spawn back in, and it's okay. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this would not be a driveway. This would be a wall and a fence thingy. I still need to figure that out. I don't exactly like the way that is done, so I may go and change that to like a cobblestone wall piece. You know, so it's got some kind of contrast. I mean, you know, it looks different enough. That's what I'm trying to say. It looks different enough. Or or mossy this and then the regular up there. I don't know. I've got to work on it. Now, you're probably wondering why I don't just leave it, give them an extra an extra wide yard, and that's because it's got to look right. I didn't build it quite right on the other file, and I want to build it right. So this is my world where um dang. See, this is the power of command blocks. It's pretty awesome. And, you flatten it and everything, and I got to be very careful of how far I go. See, there's water down there. It's pretty water. But somewhere in this is going to be town and more houses and all that, and I need to be able to figure out exactly where it needs to go. So it's annoying me now, but it'll be very rewarding later. And right now it's only 2 off, so it's not too bad. Um, anyway, I am pretty dang happy about my books. Um, took literally it took forever to write them because you gotta get all the ideas down and all the words right and everything. Um, I will still go into a file and go, that doesn't sound right. That's not what happened. And yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be like, that's not the way it happened. And then um, the tree needs to go here. Okay. Anyway, and I'll go and fix it, and then it'll feel a lot better. Or I'll go and fix it and go, that still doesn't sound right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do my own writing, I do my own editing. I do not use AI for that. I will never use AI for that. Um, well, okay. Um, the 365 yelling at me that something wasn't spelt right aside. That makes sense to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yes. Just wanted to make sure. Oh. I was going, hey, that looks fine. Let's leave it that way. And then you look on the other side of the wall and go, oh, you're not done yet. Yeah, so I strive for, like when I'm writing my books, I try to make sure every word is spelled correctly. I try to make sure that every single thing in the book is the way it happened in uh in the story. Like like what I was saying earlier, like if I said in one scene that Natalie was about to marry Romeo, and then in the next scene I named him Jason, you wouldn't know who Natalie was marrying. Is she Natalie? Is she marrying Romeo or is she marrying Jason? One, two, three, four, five. And so I am trying my hardest to make sure that there are no problems in my stories, in my books. I call them stories. But, I I try to make sure that there are no problems in any of my books so nobody gets confused. Or I know a few published books out there. Um, I keep bringing them up because it's kind of annoying when when I read those books because in most of the scenes, her name is Bess, Bess, and then all of a sudden it's Beth, Beth, and I know, the person was writing it's probably something like the person was writing the book. They got a sister named Beth, and they wanted to put her in the book, or that's the scenario I came up with for why somebody would do that. Um, or since Bess is not really a name in anything besides that, maybe they were just typing so fast and nobody noticed because it's not misspelled. It's just, uh, it's a typo, but it's not misspelled. But anyway, I'm trying to make sure that nothing like that happens. Or there's some typos in some of the books that my husband likes to read. He loves reading Star Wars novels. And there was some typos in there too. The canon ones from before Disney took over. Just so you know. Um, but anyway, yeah, so I want to go and take out all of those houses, but then I'm like, I don't want to do all that work. I mean, I'm going to feel like, taking out all those houses, I don't want to kill all that work that I did, is what I meant. I don't want to, I'm going to end up taking out all these houses, and then I'm going to have to put them all back in again, and I know this, but it's going to be very annoying. Oh, and then we get some of those back again. Ugh. So I gotta move this one over, and then I get all of those back again. Okay. Oh, let I think it's Acacia. So this is part of the reason why I just took one brick and started. Not that one. That one. Uh, no. Jungle. Jungle. I think it's jungle. Acacia's that orange one, and I don't think it's the. Would you stop that? That's annoying. Yeah, so right now there's just those two houses on that street. And yeah, that's the one. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. So I think I'm gonna Uh, oh wait, so please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell if you're watching me on YouTube right now. If you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow, chat. Um, Follow and chat. A lot of people have been chatting today. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. So what was it? Turbo underscore Jack underscore Beast was talking to me today, and Brianna Keller 42 and Sophia Edward underscore 7. So if we can get 2 more people to chat, then I will have the number of people I need to get that check marked off my list. Now, the cool thing is that a road is not a... But I'm going to have to take that out. A road is not a house, but I'm not going to scoot that over. I got to build another house. Because it's got to be 7 across. Okay, I don't know why, but you have to... You have to do it 3 times for it to actually take it out. I think it's because, like, what if you did it by accident? Okay. Why do I keep doing that? Yeah, so I gotta stop and eat something. Um, so I made dinner last night. Um, so it's rice-a-roni, the chicken rice-a-roni, and, um, and you go and make that up like normal until you get to the part where it needs to simmer, and then you add olives and baby corn, and that's not what we're supposed to be adding here. Olives and baby corn and frozen vegetables. I'm sure you could do it with regular vegetables, whatever vegetables you actually like, but I use the frozen ones because it's easier for me. Anyway, and I add bacon bits. Probably too many of them, but yeah, add bacon bits, and it tastes so good. It's like it's kind of like a fried rice thing, but without the scrambled eggs, because typically we don't have enough eggs to do the job. And I never think of it. Maybe that's what it's missing, Maybe it should have some scrambled eggs in there. My husband says it's missing something, but I think he's expecting it to have a sauce, and it doesn't need one. But if you want to, you could probably add a sauce. My problem with sauces is that uh, usually we get the like really thick sauce from the W store, and it's too thick, and after a while I just can't swallow quite right. So, not that I'm allergic to it, just, it's too thick for me. I mean, I could be allergic to it, but I don't think so. Never been allergic before, but on the other hand, I grew up eating sandwiches and pancakes and all sorts of things made out of wheat, and now I can't have uh well, not that I can't have it, just sometimes it makes my stomach upset. Or I was going through something and now I'm okay, but I don't think that's it. Okay. You know what? I said I wasn't going to do this. I said I was going to go to the other file. So I can show you that real quick before I get off of here. Hmm. So my idea is that I'm going to get to the end of the chapter on my story, and then I can do this for a little bit, I guess. And then do the another one chapter tomorrow. Um another one chapter. Another chapter. Oh. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Although, if I get the house done, it would be even better. Yeah, I'm gonna stay right here. Hopefully, I'll remember what I was doing. Cause okay, so actually, what I'm gonna do is go all the way back to the house and show you how these fireworks go. Um, it's just a little teaser for next year. It's like the commercial. It's like a commercial for next year's fireworks. Me showing you that. Um, so I got the Mickey Mouse ears from my download of Disney World. There's some very nice people who made Disney World in Minecraft, and they've got it to where you can ride the rides and everything. It's awesome. Um, Hold on. Okay. There we go. Okay. Here is my commercial for 2026 fireworks. I really need to go through here and fill these in, but other than that, and I need to fix a few little, a couple of spots. like that one. Probably put barrier blocks instead of the walls. And like this one, you couldn't really see it, so probably have to put barrier blocks there too. So as much as I want the houses to be, set up to where I can just keep going, I might work on this a little bit today too. I will not be working on anything but Dreamlight Valley tomorrow, probably though. Unless I get super frustrated on something. So Dreamlight Valley, I've got to do my Dream Snap. Um, why isn't things working? Why aren't things working? Okay, that was working. And there's another one that gets set off right here. Oh, no. Maybe it's down the path here. I think it's that. No? Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe there's no problems. Hmm. Oh, no. Right there. Okay. So that one right there that we just passed. So I started doing the 4th of July fireworks because we weren't going to have fireworks during COVID. And I was like, well, I've already got some videos on there. I think I loaded everything that I had or everything that I could find that year. And like I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure I had everything fireworks. And I made a fireworks display of my own in here. Not this smooth, but a couple of them didn't work. I figured out that when they don't work like that, it's actually because the one that they wanted to pull the firework from just didn't have a firework in it. You got 9 slots, and if it doesn't want to use slot 1, then, and that's the only place you have the firework in, it's going to cause problems. So I just got to go through and fill all these, and it should be good. So we're on Oak Street right now. You can tell because those are oak trees. And this is a copy of the world that we were just rebuilding. So, except for that, it's going to look even better. Except for that, it's going to look even better. Everything should look the same eventually. And in case you want to make your own fireworks display, that works really smoothly like this. I spaced uh, each of the dispensers 50 apart, and it seems to be working really, really good. And in this case, it's after the dispenser, you count 50 and you put the next dispenser on the 51. It's pretty easy to figure out. If you'd like me to make a tutorial, please leave me a comment in the comments below. Oops. Still trying to work out how to do that and still have like the 50 perspective, but I haven't figured it out. Or maybe I'll just leave it the way it is. So now we're on Spruce Street. I don't know. Okay, I don't know my Minecraft trees, but I think those are spruce. I'm not entirely sure. Although, the next street is not Cherry Grove Street, is Cherry Street. Because that's the one I grew up on. Although it might be Cherry Grove Street. We'll find out. Oh, okay, so we ran out of, yeah, we ran out. Okay, I have to do this. Oops. I have to do this, catch up with it, and take it out. I've got a dumb question. Do we have anything indicating what street this is? Anywhere? So far, no. I thought, okay, so I thought on one corner or another that we did. Because technically it would be Cherry Grove Street. Because, I think that's the trees that they are, but. And I thought I had signs. Pretty pink signs. Maybe I'm going the wrong way for the signs. Maybe they were on the other. I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's try going the other way then. And then we'll have to go and figure out where we were and continue the project. But yeah. I just wanted to show you that we've hopped on here. We haven't done anything, but but we hopped on here. So maybe we'll do one more set. Not set, but one more little section. Because I do need to get off and eat. I need to eat. I need to eat. I'm making up this song as I go along. I need to eat. So I don't remember what song it was, but I was singing something, making up a silly song, and then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, that sounded way too much like this other song. And I assured my husband I did not mean it that way. Okay, so this is Rick's house, and this is Emily's house. So Rick and his dad were watching while Emily moved in, or or might have been the other way around, that Emily and her mom were watching when Rick moved in, but because Rick's supposed to be the new guy. But anyway, whoever moved in at the time, yeah, there's nothing saying that this is Cherry Street. Weird. But there's something saying what. No, it doesn't actually say. Um, somewhere. Okay, I know that somewhere along this I did label it. Oh, maybe down that one street. Um, if I labeled it down that one street, then you'll know what one street I'm talking about. And if I did not, then you'll never know. Um, although I don't know which one street I'm talking about, because it hasn't been labeled yet. It's got instead of having this color fence, I think it had pink. And the reason is because I was like, okay, that one goes all the way down to the mansion. And so far, I haven't seen anything. So we've got all kinds of trees. And whatever tree it is, that's what we named um, that's what we named the street. See, this is how I usually build them. Like that. Isn't that cool? I like that. But these aren't as bright. Yeah, see pink right here. Those aren't as bright. No, no labels here. No labels here. Well, fine. I need to go in and fix that, don't I? Okay, what does that say? Jungle Road. That also says Jungle Road. But there's nothing here. That is so weird. Why would I do that? What road were we on? This one? Spruce? I think we're on Spruce. Um. 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 Yeah. Okay. I'm done. So yesterday I was wondering something. So I've got, the two dispensers, or the one dispenser, whatever it is. And then I've got the go button just in case I need it. After that. So like this, I've got the two dispensers, and then I got the go button, and then I've got this on each side. And I was wondering why I couldn't have the go button here. And then I was like, oh yeah, I've got to connect it. So, yeah, just saying. You got to make sure that you connect everything that you build the redstone. This is actually a specific file specifically for redstone to do this fireworks display, and that is it's a copy of my world, but that is the reason why we copied it, is so we could so we can make it perfect. You're probably wondering why I've got that, and that is for to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. Oh, gotta do the 50 first. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Like I said, put them on the 51. And I am on the side of caution here, so I go and make sure that we've got that extra little piece. We do not need that extra little piece, but just in case, I want to make sure it goes off every single time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I know you're saying it can go 15, but if you wait for 15, sometimes it doesn't go off right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, now we've got to fireworks. Fireworks. Okay, Brownie points to anybody who knows that tune. You know what? I'm doing that the hard way. Come on. Now I sound like a gremlin. See, it's fireworks, but you're looking for a firework, technically, I guess. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I can't count. That's cool. I don't, I don't mind about not being able to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I figure if I start doing this now, maybe I'll do it the whole time. And I won't have to worry about it. There we go! Yay! But, like, that one does go that way, that way, that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. But 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. See? It shouldn't be that bad, but just in case. And yeah, we got them there. Okay, so maybe that's what we ought to do. Um, oh, I was gonna say a quote from Disneyland Adventures. Better go right, but why would we go right? Because the thing is that we wouldn't go right. It doesn't make any sense. So let's fill up these firework things, and then uh, the next time we come in here to do this, we can see a good display. I try to make it to where they go off every single time that you go in that area. But it doesn't always work. And then you're sitting there wondering why to do that. And the only thing I can think of is that there wasn't because it doesn't always pull the firework from the same spot. It doesn't get, I'll show you an example. So, like, maybe the first time it shoots it off from here, but then the second time it might shoot it off from here, and then here, and here, and there, and there, and there, and then back here, and then back over here. So, because of that, you really should have fireworks in all of them. And then you don't have to worry about, am I going to run out of fireworks while I'm just testing it also. So red, and then one, two, three, four. So it's white. Duh. Why was I double checking that? Seeing what color it is? Eh, well, I guess better to be safe than sorry. But it is blue. Red, white, blue. Red, white, blue. Except for this one. See, that one's red, white, blue. This one's white, blue. And I do not do the light blue for red, white, blue. I always do the dark blue and the regular blue. Um, dang. Okay. Wait, did I get the? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, so the last few days I've been a little upset because they said one of my favorite YouTubers was going in for a surgery. And then there was no updates. They finally posted an update yesterday and he seems to be doing okay. But it was weird because the doctor said, like, the second day or yeah, I think it was the second day, was going to be the worst. And then, what? That's red. Why? Why? Because that should be. Maybe I was trying to, like. Uh. No. Maybe I was trying to mix it up on purpose so it wasn't like the same every single time, but I don't know. Maybe we ought to have a neat fireworks thing here. Okay. Um, 2 red. Okay. See, stuff like this usually happens when I start filling in fireworks like this. It's kind of annoying, but blue. So I've got light blue, but light blue doesn't look quite right when you're trying to do red, white, and blue. I'm gonna need 2 more. 2 more. Okay, I wasn't trying for that, but I kind of sounded like Sally for a second there. On Nightmare Before Christmas. Kind of sound like her. I'm saying I kind of sound like her. Uh, you know, the way I said it, I kind of, said it like her. Well, that's not what I meant, but I don't like that movie. I know, you're going, how could you not like that movie? 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64. Okay. You're probably going, how could I not like that movie? Well, there is a very good reason. It came out at Christmas and it like violates all the goodness of Christmas. I don't like that idea at all. Okay, so 7. We need 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 8. See that way? That makes that. And then the 7 fills in. It's awesome. That reminded me of I'm Astrid on Halloween Town 2, Calabar's Revenge. Yeah, number 2. Because, it was the, I don't know, some kind of spell. I can't remember what it was called. That? Yeah, okay. Anyway, it was a spell that made the Halloween Town people, uh, it made them, um, the perception of Halloween Town people's, view of humans. And She's like, we're not that boring. And, Grandma explains that, this is how Halloween Town sees humans. And, then she kind of understood. I think. So there's that, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, okay. Perfect. I have tried and tried to roll my R's so it's perfect. But, like like how Catwoman would probably say it. I've tried that, but what I just said is the best that I can come up with for saying perfect that way. I cannot roll my R's. Or any other letter for that matter. Blue. Balu. So there's blue, and then there's Balu. I say that because there's a Disney character, Belu. And then there's the color blue, which I sometimes say like Baloo, but that's not who I'm talking about. Okay, so red, right? Yeah. Okay. 1, 2. Wait. No. Yeah. Wait, did I just put red or did I just put blue? Red, 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 red. Okay. I may have said that too many times, but whatever. It'll be okay. Um. Well, I'm thinking we need a grand finale a certain distance away from. But grand finales usually go by themselves. Like grand finale is where you've got a whole bunch of fireworks going off at the same time. Although it might also mean that you dropped the box of fireworks and somehow they got lit and I think that's one of those words that you're not supposed to say on YouTube videos. And I just mean that, you lit the fuse. You lit the fuse and the firework went off. But, I think that's one of those words that's supposed to be bad. I don't know. Oh. Oh. So I started out watching this one guy's building tips, and I was like, okay, I'll learn something. Well, I didn't get to listen to a dang part of it, but it's in my history, so in case I didn't actually hit the subscribe button like I think I did, I will be able to go back in there and hit the subscribe button now as soon as I'm done streaming. I still need to eat. I need to go upstairs. Yeah. So I'm going to do that in just a moment here. There we go. Well, I would like to do that when we get over to the actual road instead of the dirt road, but I don't think that's going to work. And in a perfect world, I would have the dirt road over where the dirt path is, and I would have the dirt path over here in the middle, and still have the redstone going up. But they keep going back and forth whether they want to do that or not. It's very annoying. Okay, um, there. I'll give me that to remind me that's where I need to put the fireworks. I need a. Ooh, no, let's go this way. If I'm gonna be silly. Now, the funny thing is, though, it still says 64. Anyway, okay, so we're gonna park over here. Please go on Amazon and buy my books. Apparently, Adopted Coral and I think Esperanza's Party and the island are all set in stone. They're good. But the first three, Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, and Hard Times, all had something I needed to change, so they won't be set in stone until about the 11th or 12th. Well, it says it can take up to 72 hours. Now, last time I bought one of my books, it wasn't the correct version when I bought it, because I bought it like on the 24-hour day or the 48-hour day. I would rather tell you to wait until the 72-hour day because it'll be perfect. So 72 hours from, we'll say 72 hours from 12/11 on July 8th, 2025. Anyway, it should be perfect after that. Well, okay, except for that one where about the author is on the left, but I was like, I am not going in and changing that. No. I didn't feel like it. About the author can be the next page, and I don't care. If you knew all the problems I had before that, yeah, you might be like that too. I know, show some showmanship, but I am not going to touch it. So anyway, if you go on Amazon, type in the search engine Tina Rash Books, TINARASHBOOKS. No special spellings or anything. Anyway, you should find Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, Esperanza's Party, which is later in the series, The Island, which is right after Esperanza's Party. I mean, literally right after. So I found out that my book was going to be longer than a Harry Potter book, longer than War and Peace, if I didn't break it up. I think War and Peace and one of the Harry Potter books. It's either Goblet of Fire or I can't think of the title right now. Number 5. Anyway, it's either 4 or 5. I think has the most pages in the whole series. So I think those two books, they're like one of them has it might have been the hardback version actually, but anyway, one of them had one of the Harry Potter books had over 1,000 pages, and I know that War and Peace has over 1,000 pages. And if I ever got a copy of that just so I could see what it was like, I would definitely get the audio version. But anyway, um, or like a Kindle version so I could listen to it, through um through Word or something. Word, or if I was crazy, put it into my uh program that reads it to me. Anyway, whatever. Um so there's Pirate's Daughter, Misfortune, Hard Times, later in the series, like I said, Esperanza's Party, The Island, and a whole separate series. Because the first series is The Rolling Sea. And it's the name of the ship. I just decided that's what we were going to call it. So, then there's a whole separate series called Adopted. Kind of trying to show kids that it's okay to be adopted. But also that, like, adopt a pet. If you like, even if you go to like a place that sells puppies, you're still adopting that pet. Or if you go to uh your local Petco and PetSmart, and they've got the cats in the little room, you usually have uh somebody in there that needs a home, needs a permanent home, and you end up falling in love with whoever it is. They usually have a weird name like Cosmic Creepers or well, yeah, okay, that's the next one that popped in my head, or Vanellope. My mom had a cat named Penelope at one point. She also had a cat named Gypsy. And Gypsy had a little black kitten. I believe he was a boy. And I don't know why, but they named him Blackie. I would have came up with a much better name. I might have named him Casper, even though Casper's a friendly ghost. I might have named him Casper, but I wasn't in on the naming. So anyway, they would follow my mom everywhere. She was working the carnival at the time, so they'd follow her everywhere. Um, anyway, so if you're watching me on YouTube right now, please like, share, comment, subscribe, notification bell. And if you're watching me on Twitch right now, please follow and chat. I just needed 2 more chatters, dang it. Ooh, let's run a raid. The problem is I'm doing Minecraft right now, so I should find a Minecraft person, but then you don't know if they're going to be using those words or if they're going to be using family friendly words. So I'm trying to find somebody I actually know. Or not know, but know of. Yeah, because I think the person I want to run a raid for isn't going to be streaming for another 42 minutes. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody that I recognize their name. Yeah, because you don't want to say you're a family friendly stream, which I try to be. Even when I'm okay, so even when I'm playing uh GTA, I try to be a family friendly stream. Every once in a while, I say something. Uh, hmm. You know, every once in a while, I say something. I think I've seen mythical sausage. It just sounds like a name that I've seen. Hmm. Nobody seems to be actually doing anything. Um. See, it says you're doing a Minecraft stream, so you want to, so you want to talk to, I mean, not talk, but, raid Minecraft people, and it's like, what if I don't want to raid Minecraft people? What is this guy doing? Okay, it says it's live, and it says 169 viewers, and he looks like he's playing golf, but I don't know. Oh, okay, hold on. Come on, why can't anybody that I've ever actually heard of be on right now? Okay. Oh, that didn't say what I thought it said anyway. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna hope. I just picked a person at random, and I'm gonna hope. Okay, so I'm gonna let you guys uh watch this while I go upstairs and hopefully, yeah, hopefully this guy watches his language. And I'm sorry if he doesn't. thirsty? Ben, if you want the water, grab it. No? Okay. I'm working on it. Oh, great. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, person that wasn't watching my stream.